Had a chance to scout out Colorado?
Yeah, we've watched them on tape, and looked at them. So, I think we have a good idea. I know they've shifted around a little bit in terms of the formation of how they've played. They've used also a lot of different players due to injuries and maybe coaches' decisions. So we have to be prepared for a number of different things.
How does it change what they do when Klut's in there versus Birch?
Birch is more of a passing left back, and Clute is more of a left back who's going to try and make runs into the final area of the field. So a little more dynamic, a little more athletic, maybe, but maybe not quite as good a passer.
Is it something you have to really account for, or is that not necessarily you don't worry too much?
It's just part of the preparation for the team. Part of our individual players' preparation is sort of have an idea of the guy you're playing against, know who that is, and know what he's about. And obviously tendencies are something that we look at as well. So depending on who starts, that maybe indicates a little bit how they're going to attack out of the back, and it changes things. But we won't know that until we know their starting lineup for sure.
So on the flip side of that, it looked like Leo was not out here today. Is he nursing an injury, or what's his?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a hamstring tweak. So for him, this weekend is up in the air still. He's gotten a lot better, so we want him just to go into the gym today and see how he is. But, we'll have to see. It's touch and go for Saturday.
I have to imagine it gives you some peace of mind knowing that you had Dylan, someone who's got experience playing there this year and played pretty well.
Yeah, Dylan's played well, and he showed he was ready to play there at the beginning of the year. And, Leo's come in and done a good job as well. But I feel very confident we've got two very good left backs.
You mentioned Birch. You probably have former players on every team in the league, but was there something that kind of led to Birch not sticking around for the season?
No, it was purely a matter of that I had confidence in Dylan's development at the time, and then you have to look at cap situation, and so obviously, you're saying, okay, these are two players for that position, these are two players for that position. How much cap does that take up, and so forth? And so, for Mark, he's a veteran of the league, and so he's a player who wants to maintain his earnings power and what he's making, and so it worked out well for both sides.
It looks like, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to look at the new U.S. Open Cup format a little bit. It looks like you guys get going during the World Cup break in league play.
Don't get me started on that.
I was going to get you started on that.
The Open Cup comes right at the point when we're supposed to have off time from MLS. So it's a situation for us that hopefully the games will get scheduled, that we play the first game around June 10th or 11th, so we can actually give our players a little bit of time off. If they got all excited because they saw an open weekend and they said we can schedule games. Well, if they schedule games, then there's no point in us having an off time. We might as well play an MLS game then. The point is, I thought the break was good because it would give us time to give our players a little bit of time off, but also to give our staff some time off. I don't think our staff's ever had any time off in the middle of it. Not that I'm planning to go to Brazil, because I'm not, but to also give people the opportunity to go to the World Cup if they want to for 4 or 5 days or 6 days, whether you're a trainer or a team administrator or something like that. Instead, the New York office will be there, and the U.S. soccer office will be there, and the rest of us can all toil away here and watch it on TV.
How about give the reporters some time off too, right?
Hey, you guys really need time off? Come on. You guys can just make up crap. It's not a problem.
When an opponent's constantly changing their lineup, how do you prepare for them?
Well, you just gotta, what you're looking at is certain tendencies, and they've been pretty consistent over the last few games under Pablo, having changed his formation to more of a 4-4-2 and playing more of a diamond midfield. So, you look at a coach, he hasn't coached that long in the league. A lot of times you look at a coach's tendencies and what his inclinations are. But, it's just a matter of, knowing that your team's prepared, that it could be this guy at defensive midfield, it could be this guy, it could be him on the right, or it could be him on the right. And it's just a matter of knowing what each of those tendencies are, and then reminding the guys when you get the lineup, just a little word of reminder, because hopefully they've already researched it.
Colorado's also a good road team. What has Pablo been able to do with them?
They've gotten 2 good results on the road. Certainly, in Vancouver. I think the red card really helped them. The red card to Laba, and Jose Marie scored 2 incredible goals in that game for them. And in Toronto, I think they battled well and they fought. Had a little bit of a benefit that Defoe and Bradley were both out, but their team came together. They haven't been giving up a lot in the back, so I think it's their defensive play that's really helped them get the results on the road.
There are reports that Mari and Powers might not play. Does that factor in? I mean, or since there's always constant change.
We'll know when we get the lineup at like 12 o'clock on Saturday. That's when we'll know.
How's Brad doing for this weekend?
Brad's doing fine. He trained through the whole week, and so we'll make a decision again as we go into the game. Where he's at fitness-wise, and want to make sure that he's completely over this as well and healthy, and don't want to push him too hard too early and bring it back. But everything he's done this week, he feels good about.
The good form that you guys have had on the road. What do you say to the guys to kind of have that translate over to the home play?
Well, we want to get wins at home. We know that our record at home has to be very important, and I always remember the words of Guige, of Guillermo Barros Schelotto, when we met after the 2007 season. And he said to the team, if we would have won one more game at home, we would have made the playoffs. That's all we needed to do was win one more game at home. That always sort of stuck with me, and obviously that year we did, and we won the MLS Cup. But winning your home games is important. It's also important for us to play well in front of our fans.
The last time you played Colorado at home, you guys had a good result, ousting them out of the playoffs. Do you bring that up with the players at all to kind of motivate them or anything?
No, the 5-1 still stings, so we're still thinking about that one.
Unfortunate timing aside, the Cup has been an important thing for this club. Y'all made the very early exit last season.
Yeah.
I assume y'all would like to get back. If you're going to be in it, you might as well try and win it. Is your normal philosophy?
Yeah, I mean, like I've said, we're an organization, and as a coach, I believe very strongly that if you enter something, you enter it to play well and to win it. Don't enter it just to go through the motions. So, we certainly want to play well. We want to do well in the Open Cup. That's an important aspect for us.
I'm not sure. The release did not mention if CONCACAF is part of the prize for winning the thing. Do you know that? And what did you think of the CONCACAF tournament that was last night?
Obviously it's been part of the prize in the past. I think it still is part of the prize, but you never know. I probably have to look at that again. I thought it was maybe going to change next year, but I think for this year it was still supposed to be part. Obviously it was a good goal by Pavone. Which put Cruz Azul through, they got the equalizer, but they were able to hold on and they did well. So congratulations to Cruz Azul, and hopefully they'll do very well representing our region in the Champions Cup.
Anything else?
Thanks, Coach.